Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to day 18 of the 31 Days of Horror. D Bougie 86 here again, as usual, guys. Now, the film I have for you guys today is a film from 2016, and it's one I have seen before. It's been a while, though, since I watched this film, and that, of course, is titled The Eyes of My Mother. Yes. Directorial debut of Nicholas Pesce? I believe that's how you pronounce that. Could be wrong. Probably butchered the hell out of it. But, yeah, Eyes My Mother, of course, this director went on to direct Pearson, and he's also directing the new Grudge film that's coming out. So, that's interesting to say the least. Pretty much the main setup of Eyes My Mother is we're introduced to who becomes our main character, Francesca, who's a young girl who, when we first meet her, is comes from like a immigrated family. Her mother was from Portugal. She was an eye surgeon, and she's teaching Francesca about anatomy of eyes and how to do surgery and stuff like that. And then one day, her father's out, her and her mother are alone. This mysterious man named Charlie ends up coming to life, and shit goes down. And then what ends up happening after that is it goes more into the future where something has happened to her mother during that event. And then it goes into the future, and we follow Francesca through pretty much adulthood, and we find out that she ends up becoming like a psychopath in a way from the instability of being inhumane and shit like that. It's pretty much her story. It's a character piece, pretty much, and this one's definitely a hard film to talk about if you haven't seen it with somebody. But I gotta say, this is my thoughts on the film now. It's a very elegant looking film because the whole film is shot in black and white, and I actually watched the interview on this release with the director. He was trying to go through like that old school 1950s slash 60s black and white film like Straight Jacket. What's another one that he said? A bunch of like the psycho thrillers that came out during the time, and it does have that aesthetic look to it. And now that I think about it, if this film came out in the 60s, without some of the shit that happens in it, I'm not going to give any spoilers, it would probably be a great 60s film, like of the time period. The main actress who plays Francesca is fantastic in the role. Really elegance the way that she interacts with the people that come around her and surround her life, and it's a very moving performance because of the aspect of the emotion that she gives inside of it, plus also the way that she interacts with people that end up becoming her victims, pretty much, where she ends up going through like a mental breakdown in certain aspects of the movie, and it's great. And there's you feel bad for her, but you also know that she's fucking crazy. It's like that aspect of it. uh it's weird because there's not really a lot of kills in the movie, and you don't really see any on screen, but it's still unnerving to watch. There's some uneasy scenes that do happen in this film where you're like, yeah, I don't think they had to show everything. It's like, ugh, yeah, ooh, ow, ow. Fucking phenomenal film, I have to say. It's definitely one that's grown on me because uh, I watched this when I was on the 22 Shots of Moods and Horror course, and it didn't make my top 10 list, but if I watched it more recently again and again, it would have probably been on it because honestly, uh, it's definitely an amazing film experience. And like I said, like the aesthetical and like just the where the film takes place. It's very out of the middle of nowhere, and you just like the ambiguity of what's going on and shit. That's where this takes place is very odd, and it's just an odd film that I actually really, really like a lot. And it's just a fantastic runtime too. You know, it just runs 76 minutes, so it gets right into the nitty gritty of everything, which you can't go wrong with that. You know, especially for these like lower tier independent type films, it just gets to the nitty gritty and gets what you need and fucking yeah, fucking grimy, crazy film. Eyes of My Mother. It's fucked up but brilliant at the same time. Is the way I describe it. So if I had to rate a film like Eyes of My Mother, I'm gonna give it a solid 9 out of 10. Yes, yeah, it's definitely one that's grown on me. Like I remember when I first watched this, it was like a 7.5. I was actually looking at my old notes and shit, and yeah, I was shocked I gave it that low of a rating because it is a powerful film and has a great message to it, and just yeah, no, like listening to the director and stuff also helped my opinion change because I could see like the aesthetic of what he was going for, and I think he achieved it very well with this. So yeah, Eyes of My Mother, 9 out of 10. Check it out. All right, guys, that's it for day 18. I hope you enjoyed it. As you hear, my dog is barking in the background as usual. She's crazy, but hope it didn't really bother the video that much. She's a little pup. Yeah. So, anyways, guys, I'll be back tomorrow with another one with you guys. So I'll see you then. Peace out.